What is up, everybody? Welcome for the first time or back to another DLJ Works video. And today, what I want to kind of talk about is mostly a sequel, I guess you could say, in a way, to the DeVry video I did, my whole DeVry story. This time, this is going to place more of an emphasis on in terms of how I got my current job, my current web design position with the company that I'm with right now. And it's been a very humbling experience because it's not a position I was actively looking for. I actually got this position based off of just divine intervention. And God opened the door up. I'm gonna give you the quick story real fast, and then we'll kind of work backwards from there. But my wife got a phone call from a coworker that she works with. Her brother, who's the owner of the company that I'm with right now, he was looking to expand his marketing department and make websites for other businesses. At least that's one of his business plans. But he also needed to restructure and have a new marketing plan for himself. So I came into the picture. I interviewed with him, showed him what I was actually doing in my spare time, in addition to teaching, the sort of mindset that I had, that sort of thing. And yeah, we just kind of clicked. I spent about 2 months interviewing, with him and trying to see what the business was like, learning some basics about the business. And we made a transition. He made an offer. We made some negotiations, and that was pretty much it. That was pretty much it. So and here I am today. And I gotta say, it's been a very good position. I work with a very great boss. He's been wonderful in terms of our relationship. A no frills kind of guy, but very down to earth in the trenches, and that's something that you have to really treasure. But anyway, that's pretty much the story in terms of how I got the position right now. It wasn't because my portfolio was just super elaborate or this spectacular thing or anything like that, because I wasn't actively looking for this job. I was teaching since 2013, from the time I actually graduated from DeVry, and this is why I don't really want you to use my story. If anything, my story is probably more of a testament of faith and belief, but and how God can open up doors if you're patient and you continue to just work hard. I guess that's the essential message. You continue to grind and work hard and put your work out there, that can be actually be used to open up doors. I don't know where your belief is at, but for me, I know God had to use that in order to bring this together. If I didn't have the works and put into place, then I wouldn't be in a position to be a web designer. But I wasn't actively looking at all. So in the time from 2013, after I graduated DeVry, I actually started working at this middle school, and I'll go ahead and show you as I have their website up. Indian Spring Middle School here in Waco, Texas. And then the next school, I actually taught English for 2 years here as an eighth grade English teacher. And then I got a new job becoming a technology applications teacher where I would teach kids the basics of keyboarding, web design development, and a plethora of other skills. So that was pretty much my teaching journey. That's what I kind of did for the most part during the time that I was actually still doing web design work, because when I would get off of work and I would have time off, wasn't chilling with the family, that time was spent doing CSS, HTMLing it up, JavaScripting it up, finding projects for myself, watching a bunch of Adam Corey develop PHP videos. That was the only tutorial guy I would watch, him and Mike Locke. Those were only guys I was actually watching during my web design come up. So they've been an integral part in terms of what I know right now. A lot of the projects that I decided to take on, a little bit of the nuances. Because it wasn't just code that I needed to learn. It was like back end. It was like I came across WordPress probably about 3 years ago, because I was just developing sites from scratch. And I can go into a tangent in terms of developing sites from scratch and how that can actually still help you in understanding and being a better WordPress builder, and using that platform and any other platforms that you come across. So that's been pretty much my trajectory. So that story is very simple in itself. Just in my spare time, when it would be 9 o'clock at night where everybody sleep, I'm up coding. On weekends, early in the morning, I'm sitting up here building projects, maybe taking on somebody else's website, doing projects. And my brother would actually he actually knew I was doing this, and he would actually put me on and refer people to me. And I would actually do some graphics for them, photoshopping some stuff, Adobe Illustrator. I did a whole wide range of things, because when you're a one-man band, you just kind of have to do what you have to do in order to get the skills out that you want to. And anyway, when I was in DeVry, I wanted to go to school for coding, to be honest with you. I wanted to go to school to really maximize my HTML, CSS, JavaScript development capabilities. But really at the time, DeVry was only offering a web graphic design associates. So I learned more about Adobe applications. That's what I really learned. I probably when I took the Dreamweaver course, I actually really got into just the basics of coding as well. But that's what I really wanted to get into. But in any case, that is going to be that trajectory. Now, what I also want to take you to, like, I want to actually tell you and show you what I actually showed my boss and when I was actually going through the interview process, because some key takeaways that I want you to take from this video. Probably should have mentioned this earlier, but we're here now. Okay, some key takeaways. When looking for employment, do more than just have a portfolio. All right. I can't stress this enough because I know there's a lot of people out there that says that your portfolio is your golden ticket. I know Mike Locke has said that. He stressed that importance, just drilled it into my head, and several other guys in the industry. I know how important a portfolio is, but even in this day and age, your portfolio is not enough. All right. What kind of soft skills are you developing? How are you actually being able to take these skills from your portfolio? Like even the portfolio that you've created, how is it solving problems? What in your portfolio demonstrates that you've built something that can actually solve somebody else's problems, a company's problems, that sort of thing. On here you can kind of see that I said that have a YouTube channel. All right. Even having my YouTube channel, that was something I showed my boss. And what this demonstrated to him was that I'm able to stick with something on my own. I have initiative. I have now video editing skills. I have the ability to tell stories in a visual format. He was rubbing his chin. It was like, that's something I could really use. And I know some people, some companies, if you have a YouTube channel, then it's a whole compete clause sort of thing. But with other companies, it's not. As long as you're making, I think as long as you're making videos and content that is not really trying to target it and take money away from another business. Like for example, most of my content on here is tutorial based, story based, whatever the case may be, vlog. And the tutorial content I think was good because I was able to actually express, it demonstrated that I was actually able to talk about and articulate a certain problem. This is the process that you had to go through, and this is the end result. So this is why I encourage developers, designers to have a YouTube channel. If nothing else, a YouTube channel is going to do several things. One, it's going to show your marketing abilities. If you can develop and start building an audience, getting the views that you actually need, you know how to push your content and get it shared. That is a good skill that a lot of employers are going to value. If they're not into thinking that you're in competition with them, they'll be able to see the actual benefit that you may actually be able to bring with your company. So even if you're a small YouTuber and you're just using this as a portfolio piece, as an employment tool, YouTube is great. Excuse me. YouTube is going to help you, like, ultimately, show your ability to acquire customers. Another thing I also showed my boss is I have an actual store on Teachers Pay Teachers. When I was actually teaching English, I actually just started this store because I really wanted to make some extra money. But at the time when I started it back in 2015, I didn't really know what to put on here. And this was the only thing that I actually had on the site. But then I had the opportunity to teach some students and see that some of them needed an audio piece in order to be able to do well at the reading. So I started to take that. I started to take public domain stories, classic literary stories, and I would just read those stories out, record them, piece them together, create the questions on my own, package them up, and I had a product series. And that's what I continue to do. I learned how to market this. I have over, I think, like maybe 20 products, 20 stories on here that could be used. So this is something else that I showed them. I had my own little store. This is how I acquired customers. This is how I sold and marketed these products. And that was something else that was also a key selling point. Everything that I was showing him, in addition to just doing web design and development, was just really, there were just really strong points in terms of my interview process, getting hired with my current employer. So, and right now I took down my portfolio website. Actually, you won't be seeing that in this video, which is strange because that's the main thing. Oh, you need your portfolio, you need it, and you do, but it's only a key piece. It's only a key piece. So this video, instead of just saying your portfolio is your main thing, it is, yes, it is an essential thing, but these other things will set you apart from your competition as well if you can do the extra work to get this stuff out there. The current website that I'm working on right now, and actually this is the Hornet Signs website, and this website was actually built on, he's already bought the platforms. He has a subscription to Weebly. So I started to go into Weebly. I did some custom flip cards by using some CSS, a little bit of JavaScript here to get this accomplished. And actually, I think I did this with just pure CSS to get this animation to occur like this. All right. So let me see here. So yeah, so we have a marquee, scrolling marquee here, and that kind of stopped. All right, several other things. I did the little background video for that. Vehicle wraps, specialize in signs, vehicle wraps. And for me, working with this company is a perfect marriage because anything that I do digitally can show up in print. And that's the beauty about why I love working where I'm at right now, because anything that I'm allowed to manifest and work, it can show up in print, it can show up in real time, and it'll be able to say, hey, I was able to do this. What you're looking at is a piece that I was allowed to create, that my boss hooked me up with some people. We did a project for them. This is what we did. So it's for me, it's exciting stuff. For me, it's a lot of exciting things right now. But yeah, for the most part, those are the key takeaways I want you to kind of get out of this video. Another thing you want to also do that I talked about in previous videos, exchange your spare time for grind time. Any extra time that you have, if you're depending on what your goals are. Now, I'm not going to give you a one size fits all. Assess what your goals are and determine what kind of work that you have to do. You have to determine what kind of work needs to be done. And you're going to have to probably forego a lot of PS4, Netflix time, and chill time in order to get this done and put yourself in a position that you need to. All right, excuse me. Build and sell. In your spare time in the time that you're looking for work, in addition to building websites, you want to, in addition to just building websites, you also have to figure out, not only how do you sell your site to other clients. Maybe you're building some mock sites, so you want to sell it to them and try to get them to bid on it or something like that. You have to figure out and incorporate those sales. And then not only that, how is your website in itself going to convert traffic and build sales in a way that is going to be beneficial for the company or even beneficial for yourself? So in the meantime, you want to focus on those two things. You want to build projects, but not only just build for the sake of building and having all these cool little trinkets and features. You want to be able to build something and be able to demonstrate that it can convert, it could capture traffic, it could convert those people to become loyal customers. And this is the process on how I do it. So you don't want to just focus on the code. If you're just a coder and that's all you want to think about is backend stuff, then go ahead. By all means, just have a portfolio just showing all the complexities and everything else that you can do, how well of a coder that you are. Have a YouTube channel just full of videos expressing your process, documenting your process and what you're going through. How do you actually being able to articulate solving this coding problem? What is this piece of code going to do on this particular website? So you can make yourself about being an excellent coder. And really that part right there, I believe is selfish, but in a positive way, because that's the difference. If you're focused on just being a coder, then you're only focused on just showing what your skills can do. And this is all I'm focused on. You're just working kind of in isolation and you're just expressing, I'm a wonderful coder. But if you're not able to express, this is what my code is going to accomplish for you as a business, as somebody that's trying to build something creatively, this is how it's going to benefit your platform, then and you're only going to go so far. You have to take, I think if you combine your coding experience, your coding approach with being a giver and promoting it in that way, you'll go even further than that. So that's my whole take when I say build and sell. In the time that you're looking for employment or you're not hired, you want to go ahead and try to build something, find some projects, go and dribble, get some inspiration, go somewhere, Instagram, I don't care where you need to go. Just find something, build, don't complain, don't talk about, oh, they not hiring me because they, the white man's still holding me down, or I can't find work anywhere. Like, no, man, just take matters in your own hands while you have this opportunity. I don't know how long this internet stuff is going to even be available to us as free as it is, and with things going the way that they are. You need to take advantage and just build some stuff and put yourself around the right people and volunteer too. Like, volunteering is also good. You may not be able to make money, from it, but what you're doing is like you're being able to show, like, even when I'm not making money, I'm still willing to set myself aside to solve your problem with the skills and experience that I have. That's the benefit of actually volunteering and being able to intern in a way to show what you're able to do with somebody. You're able to set yourself apart aside from what you want and what you're going to get out of it and how you're going to benefit somebody else. So that's what I would actually say. And I'm really big on the whole building and selling because that's what I had to do. And I hope I demonstrated that in this video right now. Also, one last thing, the bonus, take any online assessments. Now, this doesn't actually replace the what am I trying to say? The real work that was just talked about all in this video. This is just for bonus measures. All right, here on LinkedIn. And I would actually just suggest that you do it on LinkedIn if you have a LinkedIn profile, because LinkedIn is going to be a little bit more credible, I think, than a lot of other platforms because it is the professional social media site. And as you can see here, you can see my LinkedIn skills assessment. If you haven't watched how I passed my LinkedIn skills assessment video, you need to go ahead and watch that also as well when this video is up. As a matter of fact, I'll put it as an end card at the end of this video. But yeah, I passed my CSS test. I don't even think I can actually, like, let me see here, take quiz. If I click on take quiz, what would that leave? Okay, so let me see here, my results. All right, quizzes to take. Okay, so here it is. I still have to retake my JavaScript because I think I missed it by like a question. I missed it by one question. But this is the CSS skills test that I actually passed on LinkedIn. So you definitely make sure that you check that out as well so you can stay ahead of the game. All right, well, that's going to be it for this video. I really hope that I provided some value, provided something different that you may not be hearing from anybody else, and showed you some things that, you may have to do a little bit more than the next man that's standing next to you. There is no such thing as saturation. I mean, there is, but depending on your pursuits, if you're doing everything the same way that others are doing it, then yeah, the market is saturated. You're not really making yourself stand out. You have to put in the work. You have to know where that work needs to be put into. Don't just do dummy work. Do the work that matters and do the work that's going to make your situation improve and make you a better programmer, coder, designer, whatever it is that you're trying to be. All right. This is Deshaun Johnson, DLJ Works, signing out. See y'all in the next one. Check out this video right here. Now see y'all there. God bless y'all.